We're exploring careers in engineering. Engineers design the world around us. Whatever we're interacting with, they either built it or they're making it better. We're at Olsson Associates, a Nebraska-born company that stretches from Kearney to Omaha, even across the country. Let's go see what they're up to. Brian is the Nebraska region leader for Olsson Associates, and as far as I can tell, Olsson does pretty much everything.
Well, yeah, it kind of seems that way. We don't do everything, but we sure do a lot of things. We're a design engineering firm, so in the simplest sense, we design the world around you. So the road that you drove to get here this morning, the bridge that you went over, the water that you drank when you brushed your teeth, I hope.
You can tell probably better than I can.
Yeah, you did. All that stuff is done by engineers, and a lot of it is done by folks at Olsson.
Wow, so what's your specific role here?
So my role as Nebraska region leader is on the operational side, so that is the engineers and scientists and field folks that we have working for us, making sure we're doing a good job for our clients, that we're solving problems in the best way possible, and that we're running our business appropriately so we can be here for another 60 years.
Now, Olsson's unique in that I would say they're not just hiring for a position, but you're looking for the right people.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the nice things about Olsson, the things that I love, because I'm a poster child for it, is that we bring people in that have a skill set, and then you have the ability when you're here to sort of find your own level and what you begin to realize what you're good at and what your strengths are, and the organization is flexible enough that you can say, you know what, I really like what's going on over there, and I think that's a better fit, and you can work your way toward that. So it's really been satisfying for me, and I'd like to think most people in this building.
Now, Olsson was born in Lincoln and now stretches across the country. There are obviously a ton of careers here. I'd love to take a little tour and see the different types we've got going on.
Okay.
And let's start at the engineer side of things. What do they do?
All right, so the engineers, at the core of what engineers do is they solve problems. So we, a lot of times, will get hired by cities, private industry, developers, and they come to us with a problem, or they want a solution to something they want to do. They have a project. I want to build a building, for instance, this building we're standing in. And engineers get involved with all aspects of that. Is the soil appropriate to build upon? How big does the foundation need to be? How do you get heating and cooling in? How do we get power in? All of these things, and they're all problems in and of themselves of how do we make it fit and make it work right, and that's what we do.
So my problem is I need to be like 4 inches taller. Is there an engineer who can get on this for me?
Well, I don't think, no.
Okay.
No, not us.
Good to know. Maybe in the future sometime.
Right.
Could get to work
we could
on that.
model you. Now we have 3D modeling capabilities. We might be able to stretch you in the model.
I've always wanted to be a model. So. Now, those are 4-year degrees, engineering, but you can get started right now. You don't have to wait. While you're in high school, you can start working at Olsson.
Absolutely. You can work in high school. We're increasingly looking to support like the Career Academy here in Lincoln and in other locations. We're big believers in that, and we're trying to be able to have high school folks come and work during the summers. College especially is a big program for us on the intern side. Come in and work 2, 3, 4 years while you're going to school, and then most of the time that will result in full-time employment when you're done.
Now, another huge section of your careers is scientists.
Oh yeah, that's a big part of what we do, and it's kind of a fun part because engineering is one thing, and then on this other somewhat softer natural side, you have scientists, and so we have a lot of biologists and folks that have a degree in the natural sciences, and they're really dealing with how do projects affect the natural world. So they'll be out looking at wetlands and birds and bats and polluted sites, cleaning up polluted sites so we can use them, redevelop them, and make a use out of a site that maybe hasn't been able to be used for years.
So obviously these jobs aren't all just focused around an office, but you can get outside all the time if you're working for Olsson.
Oh, absolutely. We have a huge field operations side of our business, and those are people that will be out ahead of the project doing surveys and geotechnical exploration, and then during construction we have construction managers and observers and construction administration folks that are on site making sure that the projects are getting built the way they should get built.
So if you want to do that, what kind of educational background do you need?
So for field operations, most of our folks will have a 2-year degree from a community college. Is really a good fit for a lot of the field guys. Also, some of them will have a 4-year degree in construction management or construction engineering. And then we also have some people that come right out of high school, and you can come in and work and you can get on the job training. And then as your experience level grows, you get to take advanced training both on the job and formalized, so you get certification in specific areas like non-destructive testing, for instance.
Oh yeah, you can break stuff here too. You don't just build it.
You can. There's non-destructive and destructive testing. So we'll test, we've got concrete labs in a lot of our locations, so we're breaking concrete on a daily basis, which is good because we want to break it in the lab so it doesn't break when you're driving on it.
If you need help with that, I'd always love to break stuff. It's a gift of mine.
All right, we might be able to use you down there.
Now that was your story a little bit, right? Kind of trying to find the right niche and moving towards different roles.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't start my career here at Olsson. I started as a crane designer, a heavy equipment designer, and I did that for about 10 years. And I came to Olsson and they said, come on board and we'll kind of figure it out. And now 15 years later, I get to stand here with you.
That's awesome. So a company like this needs obviously a lot of support staff.
We sure do. And so on the business side of what we do, we have a lot of folks that really are the grease that keep the gears going to run the business. So that would be accounting, information technology, marketing, and communications. We have a great staff there that not only help us win work, because a lot of what we do requires us to compete with other firms to do the job, and so we get a ton of help there from our marketing and communications group. We have a lot of folks that really help us run our business that we couldn't do without.
Well, Brian, thanks so much. Appreciate you letting me know all about Olsson. They're designing the world around us.